Well, we're starting to see some changes to this, but they are subtle at the moment. The first thing we noticed a few hours ago is that kind of our pretty map, the mosaic of all different kind of precipitation types has gone from more white to a little more purple. We've seen kind of an off and on again snow to sleet to a mixed and back and forth again, and that's been going on through the night. Even in your community, you haven't seen straight anything all night. It's changed quite a bit and several times. Dylan and I have been outside numerous times. Every time we go out, it's a different form of precipitation falling, even though the temperatures have not changed very much at all during the overnight hours. Those temperatures are cold. We just took a look at the sounding. The weather balloon launched at Greensboro, and some things have changed since they launched one very early this morning, sometime just after midnight. The warm layer of air that we've been watching that's actually changing us over to more of a wintry mix is more pronounced. It's deeper. It's roughly about a mile deep at this point, and it's closer to the ground than it was originally. But look at the temperatures at the ground. I've never seen pronounced warm air as extensive as it is, and temperatures are still this cold at the surface before. This is a very shallow, but a just deep enough layer of cold air to help support some sleet and snow. And there's actually some evidence, so as we're kind of discussing things with the folks at the National Weather Service, that some of the snow and sleet is developing below the warm layer. So it's not even coming through that warm layer, but you're certainly not going to see as much snow for too much longer. I think we're going to gradually transition out of this and to that more freezing rain profile that was always expected to have a huge, or at least a bigger impact on our area given time. So you can actually see some evidence of this. The temperature at like Troy and Siler City and Durham, they're starting to creep up out of the mid-teens into the upper teens, and I think eventually triad temperatures will warm, and even the mountains are beginning to warm, and we're seeing some evidence they've got a little freezing rain there. Some glazing has been reported in the Boone area. Again, they could see some more elevated icing in those locations. The longer we stay frozen, the lower the ice totals are expected to be from this storm. So we could get underneath those half-inch totals and still have maybe a quarter to a third of an inch of ice from this too. But these are good signs given the situation that we're in. This is certainly helping us out a little bit. Our biggest fear was that folks are going to wake up this morning and we were going to see a fast transition to freezing rain, and there would be kind of low-hanging branches and low-hanging power lines. We just haven't seen that develop yet, and these are good things considering the size and the scope of this winter storm. Huge band of snow, Arkansas up into the mid-Atlantic and New England. Still, we've had our fair share of snow and sleet. Look at road conditions. A lot of major highways remain unplowed. Of course, they got snow, sleet, and ice on them. We had a very low volume of traffic on the roads. That's good. It is very slippery, and certainly very poor travel conditions remain. We've got poor travel, but so far the icing has been held to a minimum. We do expect that to change, though. Temperatures will remain cold today. Teens in the triad warming into the 20s. Feels like temperatures start out in the single digits. It feels like zero out there in many areas, and in some cases we had I haven't checked it in a minute, but below zero temperature is what it felt like in Greensboro so far. So we're expecting this morning midday a transition to more freezing rain and a period of time where freezing rain and freezing drizzle will begin to dominate, and that's going to last through the rest of the storm. So beyond that, we're expecting some very cold weather to go in. There have been different phases in the storm. This is just one phase that we're in now. The subsequent phases are coming into later today, into tomorrow. Certainly could have a bigger impact on your lives moving forward this week. So let's bring in meteorologist Dylan Hudler now. Dylan, again, we've so far have weathered this okay with not a lot of major problems outside of travel, but that could change very quickly today.
Yeah, it could, Brian. It's encouraging that we're keeping the snow and sleet falling for a little longer than maybe expected, because as you mentioned, that would likely lower our potential ice totals later today. But regardless of the exact amount of ice, we're still going to see impacts from this. Power outages are still likely. It just may not be quite as severe as it could have been. So noticing some trends and a glimmer of hope, some encouraging signs when looking at radar. But we still want you to be aware this is an impactful storm. That's not changing, and we've still got time to go. It's not done yet. And in fact, it'll be with us through the rest of the day today. Roads are bad out there. Many roads, in fact, all roads, snow covered and icy. It's a slow go of things for anyone that absolutely has to get out on the roads this morning. And if you can help it, I'd say just stay home if you can. Stay safe, stay warm. It is treacherous. Look at that shot off on the left-hand side of your screen. You can barely even make out where the road is. Certainly not any lines to keep it straight. Conditions are icy and snow covered, and you could very easily slide off to the side if you were to get out there. So it's just not worth the risk. If you can, we encourage you to stay home today. Because of those conditions. Now, as Brian mentioned, we're seeing some snow and sleet at this time, but we still expect the transition to freezing rain. It just maybe looks to come a little later, which of course is a good thing, but ice totals will likely still be significant, maybe on the order of around 1/4 inch of ice, give or take a little bit. Some spots could see a little less, some could see a little more, which of course 1/4 inch, still plenty of ice to cause problems. Power outages still likely for some folks. And roads, of course, as you see there, are going to stay bad with these very, very cold temperatures. So keep the devices charged today if you still have power, and heat the house well too, just in case you lose it. Those bitter cold temperatures, your house will get cool, and the bitter cold is going to stay with us for at least the next week. Any lingering impacts we see from this storm, whatever comes this weekend, will hang around for a while. So this is going to be a long-term thing. Brian and I are going to talk much more about what you can expect in the days ahead and how this could linger on coming up.